Toyota's rally heritage resurrected. After a long hiatus, Toyota marked their return to the World Rally Championship in 2017 with the entrance of the Toyota Gazoo Racing WRT. 3 years later, in the Tokyo Auto Salon, they would cause a stir with the unveiling of the Toyota GR Yaris. Unfortunately, we in the United States would not have access to that vehicle as the Yaris was not sold here, but our prayers were answered with the introduction of the Toyota GR Corolla in March 31st, 2022. Sporting the same 1.6-liter inline-3 turbo as the GR Yaris, only in this iteration pushing out 300 horsepower and 273 foot-pounds of torque, 295 ever since 2024. The GR Corolla is capable of achieving a 0 to 60 time in just 4.9 seconds. Very impressive when considering its humble roots as an affordable economy car. The GR Corolla also uses the GR4 all-wheel drive system first developed for the GR Yaris. The standard setting is a 60-40 front-to-rear torque split, but can go as far as rear-wheel bias as 30-70. With improved suspension tuning, a more powerful engine, and all-wheel drive, the GR Corolla has all that's needed to provide an exceptional driving experience for a family hatchback. My name is Quentin Gooden, and today I have the privilege of displaying this marvel of technological achievement. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you, Town & Country Ford in Bessemer, Alabama, for providing me this GR Corolla. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am a very happy guy today. I have always wanted to drive a GR product ever since they started coming out in 2019. GR has pretty much transformed Toyota from being pretty much the most boring brand to being one of the most popular brands for car enthusiasts over the recent years. And we have this 2025 Toyota GR Corolla. And I'm be honest, I'm really excited to drive one of these things. They've always been really expensive. I was never able to get my hands on one of these, but today is the day. And I get the privilege of showing you guys what this thing is like inside and out. Just like I mentioned before, this car is powered by a 1.6-liter inline 3-cylinder turbo, making 300 horsepower and 295 foot-pounds of torque. This gives this thing the capability to hit 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. And that's really good considering that at the end of the day, this is just a Corolla. Now, I know that I said that this is just a Corolla, but that's not a bad thing. Actually, the Corolla is probably my favorite thing that they sell right now. It's the most practical car for the size. And to be honest, hot hatches are actually my favorite type of car because these car companies, they will take a performance engine, a performance transmission, and turn an economy car into a sports car. And that's always been my favorite type of car, and they've always been the most fun to drive to me. But in addition to that, they're also really practical. Just look at this interior. Now, it's not Lexus quality interior, but this thing's still pretty nice considering that it's an economy car. You do get these nice GR sport bucket seats, and you get a pretty slick 6-speed manual transmission. Now, let me start it up for you. Nice and welcoming. And you know, for the type of people that are buying this car, this is usually going to be either their daily driver or it's going to be their only car. So you want some good amenities to go with your sports car to make the daily drive pretty enjoyable. Now, this thing has some pretty good AC. It's really hot outside. It's summer in Alabama. It's way over 90 degrees. I'm pretty cool. And surprisingly, for what was essentially a economy car, it has heated seats. So that's really impressive. Now let's check out what the radio sounds like. This does have the JBL audio. So let me see, some FM radio. 80s. That's the only type of music I like. Not bad. But this thing's pretty much everything you need and really nothing that you want. It's pretty much perfect for a guy like me. But You guys are most likely going to be carrying people in the back seat, so let me show you how that situation is. So, as a point of reference, this car is 173 inches long. I have the seat positioned in the driver's side, where I pretty much would be driving it. I am 5'11", 261 pounds. This car is just a couple of inches longer than my current daily driver, which is a 94 Ford Escort GT, and I fit perfectly behind those seats. So, let's see what a modern car can do. Now, one advantage that this has compared to my Escort is that it has 5 doors instead of 3. Now, I'm in here, and to be honest, it's not the most space, but I can deal with it. I'm actually pretty comfortable overall. My legs are not hitting the seat. They've actually got a little bit of contouring towards the back to give you a little bit more leg room. But overall, if you want to transport VIPs in the back of a Toyota, buy a Crown. But this is good enough for your family. I'm a big guy, and I'm still overall comfortable in here. No frills back here, not even any vents. Uh, don't think. Oh, it does have an armrest, and it has cup holders back here. So, eh, actually, that's 4 cup holders back here. That's crazy. But I can say this would be your only car if you have a family. So, on the last points of how practical this car can be, let's check out the rear hatch space. It's got some decent amount of space, not the most in the world, but it'll get you through. Definitely enough to get some groceries. But if you do need some more space, you can go right here, take that tab, and then release this tab right here. He can give you more space. You can probably fit maybe a 50-inch TV if you move the front seats back up a little bit, but it's pretty good. There is one more point with how practical that this thing actually is. As you know, it has a 3-cylinder engine with 3 exhaust tips, no less, but it also have active exhaust. So you can choose if you want it to be quiet whenever you're driving at work at 6 a.m. in the morning, or if you want to be loud, if you want to be that annoying guy with a 3 a.m. Honda Civic. So let me demonstrate that for you. This is the quiet. Now, with everything that I said about this car, I think it is finally time to get behind the wheel. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because I've always wanted to drive one of these things, and today is finally the day. All right, finally I can stop yapping about how practical this car is, and now we can finally get what you all were waiting for. So let's get ready to drive. I'm going to put it into sport mode. Now, the way this gear shifter feels, it's actually been a while since I drove a modern car with a manual. It does take a little bit getting used to if you're used to driving old cars like I am. It's a little notchy, but at the same time it's really tight. But you can probably get used to driving it. It's really smooth. Clutch is really heavy. It's also going to take me a little bit of time to get used to where the engagement point is. One thing I didn't notice before is that this also has a head-up display. It even tells me that there's a stop sign ahead. I'll never understand why truck owners drive like that. It does feel really good. I can see why there's a lot of these things out on the road. If you get a base model, they were pretty affordable. I remember whenever they first came out, they started around $38,000 for a base model, but they do get really expensive. I'm starting to see these things go pretty, not cheap, but a little bit more affordable. I'm starting to see them in the mid 30,000s now. And for what you're getting, I can see it. It's actually really nice. It's a lot of technology in this with the all-wheel drive and the 3-cylinder engine that makes 300 horsepower. That's actually really crazy. I'm actually really happy that the US actually got something cool like this for once. We're usually just watching from afar, looking at all the cool cars that Europe got. And meanwhile, we're just stuck with crossovers and trucks. Wow, that's I like the blow-off valve. It's got some pickup, just a little bit of gas it's giving. It's definitely noisy in here. Definitely a noisy vehicle. But I'm used to that. I drive 90s cars. My other car's a 94 Escort and a 91 Miata. This is a luxury car compared to those two. But at the same time, this doesn't have any technology that I don't need or don't want in a regular car. The seats are really comfortable. I can't wait to see how good they hold me while I'm driving around the corners. AC's really nice. It's a really hot day, just like I said. It looks like the previous owner was getting 24 miles a gallon on average. Which, I mean, considering that this is an all-wheel drive car with 300 horsepower, can't really complain about that. I'm pretty sure a WRX is similar. Excuse me. Smooth. I don't feel any vibrations. I can barely feel any vibrations, even in the shifter. It sure is a long light. There we go. It's going to take me some time to get used to that clutch. Alright, let's see it. Man, that is quick. And it sounds good. Now, 3-cylinders are actually some of my favorite engines because they sound interesting. They sound like really a small V6. And typically in hatchbacks like these, it's going to be a 4-cylinder, so to actually hear a 3-cylinder, something that sounds like a V6 and something like this is actually really cool. It's really cool. It makes a nice sound inside. I can see why these things have been very popular. I'm very happy that the dealership was able to get one in. I wonder what they traded this in for. Maybe a Mustang. GT is about the same amount of performance. Still comfortable. Plus, when it's cold, this does have heated seats as well. So, you're going to stay pretty toasty. If there's one thing I wish this car had, it would be a sunroof. My Escort has a sunroof, and I've really gotten used to driving a car with a sunroof. But I can understand a lot of people don't like sunroofs. But I do like a sunroof. It gives me a little bit of open air feel without having to drive the Miata. This thing's great. It's fast. It's comfortable. Makes a nice sound. I'm going to make a POV, well not POV, but an onboard drive of this thing without me talking after I get done with this review. And we're really going to get to experience what this thing is like to drive. But man, I can see myself driving one of these every day. It's comfortable. Let's check out what this cruise control is like. It's got adaptive cruise control too. It's actually pretty awesome compared, since this is an economy car. Actually really do. There is a modern technology that I do like. It is adaptive cruise control because it is actually really nice. This one also has lane keep assist. It's actually steering for me for the most part. Most people in all honesty don't like lane keep assist. I do like it. It's kind of controversial, especially with how big vehicles have gotten over the years. It actually just makes it a lot easier to drive these larger vehicles. Not that this was huge, but it just makes it a little bit easier. Give you a little bit more peace of mind whenever you can't really see where the lines are. This thing's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to take one of my favorite corners at speed. Downshift. Dang, this thing is quick. Tight too. It is definitely very quick. Very, very quick car. But it's not so fast that it's scary. That's what I like about it. 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. That is most likely because of the all-wheel drive, and that's with getting a good launch. But overall, you're probably going to get around like 5.5 to maybe 6 second acceleration during normal conditions, but that's fast enough. People always say that cars with less than 600 horsepower is too slow, but this is good enough. This is honestly good enough. You guys don't need cars with that much power just driving on the street, because most of you are not going to take your car on the track. This is made to go on the track though, and you will have a lot of fun on the track with this. I'm having a lot of fun with this car on the streets. But man, it's actually a really good car. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm going to get ready for the onboard driving part of this review. It's going to be a separate video. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see some more driving reviews, I'm going to try to bring some more to you. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.